Hi there, welcome back to Zero Production Value Movie Reviews. I'm Hoernke, and today I'm going to be discussing the 2018 comedy The Spy Who Dumped Me, directed by Susanna Fogel. So this falls squarely into the spoof comedy genre, as the title clearly alludes to, as it is a spoof of the 1977 James Bond movie, The Spy Who Loved Me. This centers on staunch platonic girlfriends Audrey and Morgan, played by Mila Kunis and Kate McKinnon. Kunis is kind of the straight woman of this buddy comedy pair and the primary protagonist. McKinnon is squarely in sidekick role, and it shows, as her character is off the rails bizarre. She has that sort of weird outrageousness that you just kind of want to cringe and look away from, but you can't. It's kind of like a train wreck. She is at once horrifying, yet they mean it to be endearing as well, and I don't really know if I ever found it endearing. Obviously her best friend does, because that's part of the plot, but I like Kate McKinnon. I think she can be funny, but here her awkwardness was so much that it came at the expense of her being funny. I think you can do that awkwardness and have it be funny. I think Jim Carrey used to do that quite a bit, and a bunch of others. But here, it's just too much. And in fact, they use her awkwardness as a plot point in the movie. It's that bad. So Audrey, the Mila Kunis character, gets dumped by her boyfriend, Drew, played by Justin Theroux, via text. And subsequently, we learn that Drew is a spy, which kind of had to do with kind of why he broke up with her, but hence the title, The Spy Who Dumped Me. So Audrey winds up with this item of Drew's, which is a second place fantasy football trophy. Or is it? Don't think that could be anything like special. And in any case, she gets tasked with taking this item to Vienna, Austria. And she kind of lives this life, her and her friend both, of where they're in this little bubble. They're kind of in this circular life rut rigmarole, and this sort of gives them that impetus to ditch their, sort of lazy, lost, lame lives and head out to have an adventure, a girl's adventure. The plot here is just a chaotic jumble, unimaginative, and practically nonsensical. Just the most random stuff just happens, and it's just like whatever. For example, this trophy thing, which is hiding, obviously, some little spy gadget that somebody needs, or that everybody needs, right? Because everybody's after them. And in any case, at one part they're at the airport, and they go and they buy a bunch of trophies, which are World's Best Grandpa trophies, not the second place fantasy football trophy that's the object of everyone's affection. But they put them all in a bag like they're going to confuse people. But because that's what the airport traffic's in, just these statues that all look like this statue that Drew had. What? And all to set up a bait and switch later that they could have done any one of a number of ways, and this is how they decide to do it? Come on. It's a little ridiculous. For these silly, slapstick, stupid humor comedies to work, they really need to be done well. And they can be. Like, you've seen it in early Adam Sandler, Mel Brooks movies. That silly, slapstick comedy can produce some really good films. Here, though, this is just uneven. The whole thing is laughable. And when I say laughable, I don't mean in a good way, because it's a comedy. It's like you're laughing at somebody and not with somebody. That kind of laughable. I like a lot of the actors here, but the material is just too silly to take any of it even comedically seriously. the premise has some merit, but they didn't do anything good with the premise. In fact, I remember when I saw this trailer, I was actually kind of excited to see this movie. Like I thought it looked good. I thought it was going to combine a little bit of some slick action with some, female-led action with some comedy, and was going to be some sort of an amalgam of like kind of like that Charlie's Angels, like the Cameron Diaz Charlie's Angels, which I love so much. That's not what this was, though. It's nice to see Hasan Minhaj show up as a subsidiary character, as a supporting role, former Daily Show correspondent. But his character is one of the more outlandish, ridiculous ones of the bunch. Like, he's channeling good cop, bad cop, comedy, bad guy thing all in this one. I couldn't tell what to make of him. I'm like, am I supposed to take you seriously? Are you meant to be like a, like comic relief? It just didn't work. He's just tonally challenged, ludicrous as far as these subsidiary characters go. In fact, the main person after the girls is this other female, this psycho pint-sized gymnast model assassin, like out there, like she's some bargain basement Black Widow. I'm like, what? It was just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. This movie makes no sense. It just seems like a series of scenes strung together because they had an idea and they're like, ooh, well, we can make a scene out of that, This scrapes the bottom of the barrel of the comedy genre. It feels away like a throwaway streaming movie, like somebody you would just randomly come across late night on Netflix that was a direct to Netflix release and nobody paid it any mind. Which is a shame, because it wastes a pretty good collection of on-screen talent. And all these people, and Mila Kunis in the lead, and Kate McKinnon as her sidekick, they deserve something a little better. And I don't like it either because Susanna Fogel, obviously a female director, and I like it when female directors get a chance to helm more projects, but obviously they can make a crappy comedy movie just like guys can. So, for all that, I'm going to give The Spy Who Dumped Me a D-. I love you. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching my movie review. I enjoyed making it. Like, subscribe, leave some comments. As always, I'm Hoernke. Rhymes with turnkey. And this has been a production of Zero Value. Thanks for watching.